Charlie Boy didn't know too well. He was in jail most of the time at that time.
Yeah.
But Joe, I got real close to it when he came home. Real close to Rafi. But, you know, never meet your heroes. You know, from a kid, walking to St. Patrick's, I would see Joe Beck on the corner with a fedora hat, you know. See Rafi in a nice, brand new, shiny Cadillac, you know.
Good images.
You could smell them a block away because they had all this cologne on, and right? And the pinky rings,
like
the
that,
watches, the whole nine.
The pinky rings. That was the thing.
And you go, you know, you could smell Rafi a block away. And then later on, you meet your hero, and like, what the
like, what did I see in this?
Yeah.
How did he get like that? And me depict him in my mind as something completely different.
I got to say, though, Joe Beck was, from a kid watching him on the corner and actually getting the opportunity to hang with him,
mm-hmm.
He was the real deal. He never was consistent.
Yeah.
He didn't waver.
You know who you were meeting. You knew everything about him pretty much and felt comfortable with him. I
learned a lot from him, too. A lot of knowledge there, a lot of wisdom.
When you say that, like, I mean, how to be a gangster knowledge or how to live life knowledge?
Yeah, how to approach things because everybody has their different approach. Like every wise guy, every family, they'll approach problems and things that come up in the street differently, you know. And Joe, he would tell me a lot of stories going back to like Alcatraz when he was there with Al Capone and Bumpy Johnson. And he'll tell me about Alcatraz, tell me about all the prisons he was in. He was on the yard. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about it. He was on the yard. You heard of Joe Valachi, right?
Yeah.
Joe Valachi was paranoid. Hey, he was in Atlanta, I think, Atlanta Penitentiary. And he thought somebody was going to kill him because Vito Genovese put a hit on him.
Right. I remember reading that.
And he hit somebody with a pipe. That pipe was meant for Joe Beck.
Is that right?
Instead, he hit somebody else and killed him.
Huh. Interesting.
This is what Joe tells me.
So Joe told you that that pipe was meant for him. He was
on the yard.
Yeah.
And he was paranoid Joe Beck was going to kill him or be involved with setting him up, whatever.
Okay.
And then Valachi swung at somebody, hit him over the head with a pipe and killed him.
So was his paranoia justified then? Was that guy?
I don't know if he was bad then or he was going bad or whatever the case was, but there was a wire out on him. And Vito Genovese, you know, put a hit on him. But Valachi was, you know, I know, you know, he was the biggest and the first guy to flip.
Yeah.
But he was a tough guy. Like he wasn't, you know.
Yeah, everything written about him said true tough guy. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
One of the OG gangsters. I mean, you can't take that away from him.
Yeah, that's a big gray area, right? But Joe Beck told me that story on the yard in Atlanta. He was there.
Really?
Yeah, he was in Alcatraz. So all the way from Capone to Genovese, Vito Genovese, and all the old timers, there wasn't anybody that Joe Beck didn't know or who he was with.
Right.
You know, so a guy like that comes home, and you're talking about the names of the people he was around. And he was a name himself too.
Sure.
You know. So I carried a long way for Prince Street. I think that's what really put Prince Street, you know, on the map.
Nice.
Because you thought of Prince Street, you always thought of Joe Beck. If it wasn't Joe Beck, it was Petey Beck, you know?
One of the Beck boys somewhere.
It's the Becky brothers, they were called.
Becky?
Yeah, the Becky brothers. But Joe, I tell you, if he told you 7:30, pick him up, you better be there 7:15.
Yeah.
And already waiting. I learned my lesson with that.
Did you?
Yeah. I showed up late, you know, and I got a speech for an hour. Hour long.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Hour long.
What did he tell you? It's disrespectful to be late, things of that nature.
Disrespectful, you know. Don't ever do that, you know. Just real mob etiquette.
Yeah.
Till today, I'm the same way. because of it.
Yeah. You got to be 15
All these
minutes
guys,
early.
I used to meet my grandfather.
Yeah.
Same thing. You tell him. And the increments. See, out here, we're in Arizona, right?
Right.
The whole world knows we're out here.
Yeah.
Every time, I don't know if it's a West Coast thing or it's just Arizona. Somebody says they're going to meet you. They tell you, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, when tomorrow? I'll see you in the afternoon. What time?
They don't give you
I don't
the
know,
time.
1, 2, 3, right? Am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. I can't deal with that.
Listen, when I got out here, I was like, wait, it's going like in hour, 2-hour increments. When you're back in the city, 7:05, 7:10, quarter after,
Yep.
7:30. You know what I mean? Everything was.
Yeah. And like you said, you better be a few minutes early. And then, the old saying is Lombardi time, which is 15 minutes early. Like we talked in the car business.
So he gave me a tongue lashing, pretty much, that, if I tell you 7:30, you make sure you're here 7:30. You know what? 7:30, make sure you're here at 7:15. You know what I mean? So till today, between tongue lashing I got from Joe Beck, okay, the schooling I got from my grandfather, and all these other guys I was around as a kid, I always, if you told me 8 o'clock, I'm not worrying about traffic. I'm going to make sure I'm there. Because I've been in situations too where you think you got it timed out and then you hit a traffic or something happens, now you're late. And back then you can't get a hold of nobody because you don't have cell phones, you don't got anything. And those guys didn't carry pages. They didn't carry beepers, right? So from a kid, I always learned. And then till today, I'm the same way.
They instilled something in you that
I mean,
makes
since
sense.
you know me, I'm punctual.
Oh, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the way. It's a good habit.
Yeah.
It's good. One of the good things I learned that I'm happy about.
Yeah, it's hard to train people or tell them that that's the right thing to do is get there a few minutes early for your meeting or your appointment, if you will. So we talked about you go to the doctor's office, right? You're gonna be late for that. They're gonna charge you money. They're gonna be mad at you. But the doctor can be late and leave you in room number 17. You've been moved 16 times. You're in another room. You're still waiting for the doctor. He's coming off the golf course. You got to sit there and wait. But you can't be late.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, that's the motto when you go to a doctor's office.
But really, I tell you, the restaurants, my favorite restaurant back then was Angelo's.
Where was that?
It was on Mulberry between Grand and Hester.
Okay.
No, I take it back. Hang on a second. Yeah, between Grand and Hester. Angelo's. I don't know if it's still there.
Huh.
I think it got burnt in a fire. They might have reopened it. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But that was my favorite place.
There's some great restaurants now. Little Italy still are today. I used to enjoy Vincent's late night. Late night was my spot there.
Which one?
Vincent's.
Oh, yeah. Vincent's. You can.
Yeah.
But you see, Vincent's was kind of like, you didn't go there to dine.
No.
You went there to eat.
Yeah.
Right?
The galamad, this, that. Oh, yeah. It was good stuff.
I would go there. I would get the shrimp balls.
Yep.
With the Dardells, the biscuits, they would dunk them like, a little soft.
Yep.
Put the sauce over it.
Yeah, those things were rock hard, man.
See, the sweet, medium, or hot.
I did medium. I couldn't do the hot.
And you could have got pasta with it or whatever,
I remember.
Oh, man, it's still there. It
was great food. I mean, the sauces were wonderful.
When you went to Angelo's, you got, stuffed veal chops and, if you wanted chicken piccata, you wanted to really sit down and have like a 3-course, 4-course meal, 5-course, whatever.
Yeah.
The Grotto Azzurro was good. It was downstairs.
Yeah.
But today, I heard Nico was the spot.
In the game, Uno. Shout out to my Usos. Killing bills like Uma. Balls travel from Pluto. Big truck, soprano. Gabagool and